How much of our brains are we really gonna use? I use mine to tell somebody today, September 11th, when I step on the field against the Pittsburgh Steelers, if that's what God's will is, there's no other man out there willing to give up what I'm willing to give up. I said that in 1993, when I said I wanted to be the greatest Hurricane, and the only thing that I got in the middle of all of that distance is the only thing that follows work, is results. There's no other blueprint. I ain't got no other secrets to tell y'all today. I ain't come here for nothing else but to tell you, if you want to do something, work at it. You want a better relationship with God, work at it. You want to understand why pulling your pants up is important, why yes ma'am and no ma'am is important, why being in the meeting with complete silence when somebody walks in, because it's presence and essence that determines respect. That's all we talking about. The power of respect is never to disrespect. That's why I was the first one sitting down in the meeting. I ain't got nothing to say. Y'all do y'all, I'm good. I gotta listen. Something out there I need to grab from it.
Welcome back to Hurricane Game Day here on CSS, coming to you from the Hall of Fame at the University of Miami. This week, the Hurricanes taking on the Bulls of South Florida. And as always, Miami's going to need their two-headed running back system to work for them, Lamar Miller and Mike James. We now continue our story on the Hurricanes' junior running back from Haines City, Florida, Mike James.
I got this tattoo on my arm. It's a picture of me and my mom when I was younger. I was around about right at 11 months. There's a picture of holding me, she's just smiling, and I'm laughing, you know. I mean, it's just, you can see the happiness, no matter what we was going through, you know. She always just taught me to be happy about it. This is my mom, right here. That's me when I was a baby. You know, that's her arm when she was holding me. You know, then I got that on the inside right there. My mama's boy, big mama's boy. I let the world know I'm my mama's boy, a big one, you know, and I love mama to death, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who has a mama that was as good as mine, you know, I want you to be, I hope you're a mama's boy or mama's girls too. When I wake up in the morning, I always like kiss on it, you know, give it a little kiss, you know, tell her I love her, you know. I just feel like she always with me. I always can just look down and see her. You know, most people say like, you know, you shouldn't get tattoos or it's frowned upon. I understand that. It was just something I did for me, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna change the person who I am. It's not gonna change, you know, what I do on a day-to-day basis or how I treat people or how I act in society. Because if anybody, for those who know me, they know you know, I'm a good kid and I do what I gotta do to, you know, be a good kid every day, you know. These tattoos, they define me to a certain point, but, you know, it's not just ink. You know what I'm saying? It means more to me than that.
You can train to your core values or you can recruit to your core values. When you have someone like Mike James in your program, he represents what you're looking for from a leadership standpoint, from a toughness standpoint, from a work ethic standpoint.
He's grown as a player and as an individual over this last year after the car accident, after the loss of our mother. And his story is, you know, it's so inspirational to where, you know, he's this kid that's worked so hard all his life to get to this point, and now it's finally paying off. And within, you know, a year, he'll have a bachelor's degree and working on his master's degree.
When you have guys like that in your locker room, you have a chance to really get the message through and develop a team that works hard and appreciates each other and understands how hard you have to prepare week in and week out. So I don't think there's any question that having guys like that make an incredible difference in the fabric of your team.
You know, you can't beat that. You know, a kid who went through high school with A's and B's, you know, honor roll all the way through, start running back, and, you know, have such a tragedy and so young in his life. So, you know, you can't look at him and not be inspired on how to prosper after the loss.
4th and 1, Morris, James, right side, into the end zone.
Every time I hit my chest and, you know, point to the sky, that's for her. I just feel like she always watching. I want her there physically so bad. I just try to keep my mind and she always watching, you know, and I just always tell her I love her, hit my chest and give her a kiss every time I score or do something. I do to honor her.
James fakes it to Benjamin. He's going to run to the right side. Breaks the tackle at the 40, 45, midfield. Mike James to the 40, 35-yard line. He picks up 29 yards.
He's picking up at the every day and, and just trying to put his best foot forward every single day. And when he goes out on the field, you can see that he gives his all, every game. And so, it's so inspirational. Even when he comes out, he always has a smile on his face. When he first came to UM, he was known as the guy that smiled all the time.
A lot of people see me smiling, But it's always, I guess it just became a habit, from growing up, and always, Mom was just like, why be mad all the time? There's just no reason to be.
If Mike's having a bad day, it's hard to figure out because he's always smiling. He has a great appreciation for life. It's hard to get him down.
Hand off, James cuts right. James diving for the end zone. He is in for a touchdown. Mike James.
I don't know if anybody noticed, it's the last point. Like after I point to the sky, I point to my sister, That's my mom used to sit, she's in the same seat. So I guess she realized how important it was to my mom to carry it on. So, that's what she's been doing. Me and my sister's relationship is tighter than ever. I love her to death. I don't know if she know that. Jasmine, I love you. If you watching this, so, we're tighter than ever, and I appreciate it every day I get to spend with her, and I'm cherishing it because you never know when it's your last. And when my mom passed, and I just got to realize that more than ever. Football
has helped, Mike slowly move through this tragedy simply for the fact of it's something him and my mother shared.
My mom's legacy is, just hard work, dedication, loyalty. She was big on it, and, that's what I'm going to try to keep on it. I'm going to instill in my kids when I have some someday, that I want to instill in my family and instill in people around me.
After the game, I saw Mike and we started talking about what we had just accomplished. One of the first things we said was we got to keep this going because it was a lot of fun, and I think we got a lot accomplished off the field. That's going to help our program in the long run.
It's impossible to be unhappy and grateful at the same time, and I think they're grateful for the opportunity that they have. When you put that kind of work in, day in to day out, and you feel like you're making progress and you learn, and it's not always perfect, it's not going to be. But certainly at the end of the day, they have a chance to enjoy their success as well.
At the end of the day, I can smile because, I did the things I had to do to prepare. I worked hard, I sacrificed the things I need to sacrifice. And, why not smile? I've been through a lot, so I just feel like smiling just, it all wraps it up to making something good.
It's all about. Tell me what it's all about.
Hurricane Game Day is brought to you by the Florida Fan Game. Think the Canes are Florida's #1 fans? Prove it at facebook.com/ShareALittleSunshine.